Okie doke. So, this time we are recording a match between the Team Torque, which is our name, which I can call it now, which is awesome, and Team Aspire, which is a little bit higher ranked than Torque. So they're definitely the ones who are expected to win here. But maybe not. We'll see. If you hear some printing in the background, just a second, I'm sorry about that. Can't do much about it. Alright, both teams right off the bat are going off with mirror comps, except for Elisaurus is on the Zenyatta and Codkid is on the Mercy. Usually what that means is that the Mercy will be pocketing someone who will carry them. In this case, I assume it will be Fabex because he is a Masters player who's above everyone else on the team. So I assume the Mercy will be mostly hard pocketing the Genji, whereas blue team everyone's about even, and those discords allow everyone to target about the same. Blue team runs through mid, but red team goes so they get on the point first. So now blue team has to push through the point by themselves, whereas red team already has control. Blue team's dive comes in. Looks like they're heading for the Lucio, and they do get them down, but they lose due to a counter dive. Ellie in the back right away. Looks like individuals fights are breaking out. The D.Va went for the other D.Va, but it seems like they're able to clean up fairly well. Just the Genji left on point, and they take him out. With a dive comp, it seems like the red team was unable to effectively counter dive against them. Because they took the point first, it's just like most people assume that dive is better on attack. Because red team took the point position first, it allowed blue to dive up onto them, and red team wasn't sure how to deal with that. However, we do have a pulse bomb coming in, but we also have sound barrier coming in for the other team, so that can allow it, if they get a juicy sick, that can allow them to help against that. The dive comes in from the red team, and blue team Torque uses sound barrier to help push against that. They take down the Winston, but they lose their Zen right away as well, and that allows them to use Blade. They're dropping the D.Va bomb as well, which seems strange, which forces Main to use his Primal Rage and the countering self-destruct, which takes out the D.Va mech. Seismic Jet then uses Blade to counter that and takes out 2, but there's no one on point left to really follow up on that, and that causes blue to lose the point, and so they're just going to file in right now, slowly stagger. I mean, it's smart to do it like this because they need to get the points, but it is going to make it a little harder for them to group up later. But this is definitely how you should do it. Like at this point, they've gotten to 70% based on that one dive at the beginning, and this will really make them, if they take it, man, their staggers are on point. 76%. That's pretty good. From here on out, if they push in, it'll be good. However, they have fed with those pushes in. They have fed the other team quite a bit, and that ends with Elisaurus having the Transcendence, but the red team having Sound Barrier and Primal Rage and almost a D.Va mech, and Tracer will, of course, farm her ult pretty quickly. Looks like they're pushing through mid, slowly using W to press forward. That's good, but immediately they're failing. They are losing their Zen in the back quite consistently, and it seems like they need to play a more passive style, such as using their D.Va to protect their Zen consistently, pushing them away. However, they take out the Winston in return, but they have dropped the beat. The team Aspire is still one person up. Red team will then quickly follow through on the pulse bomb after demeching. Looks like Seismic Jeff will use his blade after everyone's dead again, which seems like a strange choice. Like he's getting kills with them, but he needs to use them earlier on in the competition. Because there's no Transcendence to help with this, there's only beat drop. It seems Jeff... Oh, they're dropping back. To get 2 with that. Just a meme throw causes them to stagger. It's going to make a rush onto point. What I was saying is that Jeff is using his ult once he notices that the support ult, the sound barrier, is gone, but he needs to realize that just because it's gone doesn't mean it's the best time to use it. Red team is going to mostly hold, they're not going to hold up at choke point, so it's going to allow blue team to push forward. but they are putting lots of poke damage in.
Nerf this.
They throw the bomb in. Doesn't go anywhere. They don't seem to really get the angle that they were hoping for. Ellie's playing in the back again and is immediately being collapsed down upon. Hot Sauce isn't able to protect her because Rama's able to do that, and that allows the Genji to get his blade and take up the rest of him. And that's going to be game unless someone can pull something out with that. But losing your backline, that's going to be it. Looks like with that game, the main problem is throughout each fight, they lost their Zenyatta. If Ellie had, I didn't notice, but if Ellie had her Transcendence there, she probably should have just Transcendence on a point, which would have kept their team alive, and then they could have sound barriered for the Genji ult, which would have allowed them to